I am Muhammad Ali, a lecturer in English from Department of English, Government Postgraduate College Attic for online classes. Today is 22nd August 2020. We are studying Goodbye Mr. Chapes. Today we will discuss chapter number 2. It is presentation number 2 of the same chapter. Now I will read out the text. Several notable families supported it. It supplied fair samples of the history making men of the age, judges, members of parliament, colonial administrators, a few peers and bishops. Now I will explain difficult words. Several. It is an adjective. It means some or more than a few. Next word is notable. Notable, it is an adjective. It means famous or prominent. Next word is supported. Supported is a verb. It means helped, assisted or maintained. Next word is supplied. Supplied is also verb. It means provided. Next word is fair. Fair is an adjective. It means reasonable or just. Next word is sample. It is a noun. It means examples or model. Judges. It is also noun. Public law officers who decide cases. Parliament. It is also noun. It means legislative body of government or law-making body of government. Colonial, it is adjective. It means imperial. It is linked with colonialism and royal authority. Administrators, it means it is a noun. It means managers. Peers, it is a noun. And nobles in Britain, they are known as peers. Bishops, it is also noun, and bishops actually are the senior members of the Christian clergy or Christian religion. Judges means public officers appointed to decide cases in a law court. Now I would like to explain in detail the very word parliament. This word is a legislative or a law-making body of government. Historically, parliaments included various kinds of deliberative or thinking or consultative or advice giving and judicial or legal assemblies. In medieval times, the Middle Ages, from 5th century to 15th century, there were parliaments. Etymology means the history of this word. The English term, this parliament, is derived from Anglo-Norman and dates to the 14th century, coming from the 11th century Old French parliament, from parlor, meaning to talk. The meaning evolved over time, originally referring to any discussion, conversation or compromise through various kinds of deliberative or legal groups, often summoned by a king. By the 15th century in Britain, it had come to specifically mean the legislatures, means elected representative or law-making body. It means a parliament is actually makes laws. Since ancient times, in previous history, when societies were tribal, there were councils or a headman whose decisions were assessed by village elders. This is called tribalism. Some scholars suggest that in ancient Mesopotamia or West Asia, means Iraqi region, there was a primitive or old democratic government where the kings were assessed by the councils. The same has been said about ancient India, where some form of assemblies existed and therefore there was some form of democracy. However, these claims are not accepted by most scholars. Ancient Athens in Greek, that was the cradle or frame the foundation of democracy. The Athenian Assembly was the most important institution, and Parliament, even every free male citizen could take part in the discussions. Slaves and women could not participate. However, Athenian democracy was not representative but rather direct. Next is Roman Republic. It is also linked with parliament and had legislative or law-making assemblies who had the final say regarding the election of magistrates, the declaration of war and peace, etc. Some Muslim scholars argue that the Islamic Shura, a method of taking decision in Islamic society, is similar to the parliament. However, others highlight what they consider fundamental differences between the Shura system and the parliamentary system. Early parliaments, Iran. The first recorded signs of a council to decide on different issues in ancient Iran dates back to 247 before Christ. They used the word Mestan. Spain, according to the UNESCO, there was a Decree of Leon of 1188 is the oldest documentary manifestation of the European parliamentary system. Portugal, another country where parliament started in 1211. England, under the Anglo-Saxon kings, there was an advisory council, the Wetana Gemet derives from Old English Wetana Gemet, for meeting of wise men. The first recorded act was the law code issued by a king of Kent in 600. But the oldest documents tell us that the record of this democracy actually is long before this time. Next word is colonial. It is obtained from colonialism. So, colonialism is the policy of a country seeking to extend or retain its authority over other people or territories or regions, generally with the aim of economic dominance. So, they wanted to get maximum wealth and riches from other countries. So these Western countries, they started colonialism. They physically controlled other regions. In the process of colonizations, when they control, then they impose their religion, their economics and other cultural practices. There was a restriction previously in England, but in 19th century there was free trade. Free trade started. Administrators, managers, peers. British peerage title holders are termed peers of the realm or state. Peerage, body of peers, are titled nobility in Britain. So, noble personality, noble families, they are known as peers. There are 5 ranks in descending orders: Duke, Marquess, Earl, Viscount and Baron. Bishops. A bishop is a senior member of the Christian clergy, usually in charge of a district and empowered to confer holy orders. The English term bishop derives from the Greek word episkopos, meaning overseer or supervisor in Greek, the early language of the Christian church. Now I would like to read out this sentence and then I will explain. Several notable families supported it. It supplied fair samples of the history-making men of the age: judges, members of parliament, colonial administrators, a few peers and bishops. Explanation and the details of this very sentence. The writer tells us that many famous families helped Brookfield School. This school produced history-making men of the time, exemplary Gracia. Its students became judges, members of parliaments, managers for colonies, nobles and priests. Now I will read out next sentences from the textbook. Mostly, however, it turned out merchants, manufacturers, and professional men, with a good sprinkling of country squires and persons. Mostly, it is adverb, it means generally or commonly. Turned out, it is verb phrase, it means emerged or proved to be the case. Merchants, it is a noun, it means traders, manufacturers, persons who make things. Professional, adjective related to paid occupation. Sprinkling, it is participle adjective from verb, small number. Country squares, chief landowners. Country squares means chief landowners, and persons, clergies or priests. Now I will explain the word country squares. It's a compound noun, a man of high social standing who owns and lives on an estate in a rural area or in village, especially the chief landowner in such an area is known as country square. Persons, history and etymology for person, Middle English personae, from Anglo-French, from medieval Latin persona, literally person. In the pre-Reformation church, a person is the priest of an independent parish church, that is parish church not under the control of any larger religious order or any ecclesiastical or monastic order or organization. A person is often housed in a church owned home known as parsonage. Now I will read out next sentence. It was the sort of school which, when mentioned, would sometimes make snobbish people confess that they rather thought they had heard of it. Sort, it is a noun, it means kind or type. Which, it is pronoun, it is used referring to something previously mentioned. Mentioned, it is a verb, it means stated or talked about. The next word is would. It is modal auxiliary. It is used to express the conditional mood indicating the consequence or the result of an imagined event or situation. Sometimes it is an adverb, it means from time to time. Snobbish, it is adjective, it means arrogant, conceited or superior. Confess, it is verb, it means admit or acknowledge. Rather, it is adverb, it means somewhat, slightly, to a certain extent. A third verb, it is a verb, it means considered or supposed. Now I will read further sentence. But if it had not been this sort of school, it would probably not have taken chips. Sort, kind, probably, perhaps, and possibly. Taken means it is a verb, it means received. For chips, in any social or academic sense, was just a respectable but no more brilliant than Brookfield itself. Social, it is adjective, it means community or group or communal, collective. Academic, adjective, it means educational, school or college. Sense, it means meaning or implication. Just, it is adverb, it means only and merely or simply. Respectable, it is adjective, it means highly regarded, honorable, reputable and acceptable. Brilliant, it is an adjective, it means talented, gifted, exceptional or accomplished. Then it is preposition, it is used in introducing a contrast. Itself, it is pronoun used as the object of a verb or preposition to refer to a thing or animal previously mentioned as the subject of the class. Thank you very much for watching.